I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of times recently where this YouTube stuff has gotten really corny to me, especially in, I guess you want to say, the black space, black YouTube, but they got many names for it, manosphere, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely become a place where, I don't know, people use negativity for clicks and views and stuff like that, and it's real cutthroat. I'm starting to see is not too much different than Hollywood. Very cutthroat. But what we talking about? What we talking about? Yo, Moxy Mob, I done got straight into the topic today. I just got finished watching a video where Charleston White, I think he captioned it something like why he don't mess with Kwame Brown or yeah, something like that. And in this video, this live stream he was doing, he's pretty much stating that he won't be working with Kwame moving forward. But the way he did it is just kind of corny. I mess with Kwame on this page. I've never been a fan of Charleston White. He himself talks about how he's pretty much a big time gimmick. Now, I do know that this guy has some background where he has actually done some stuff for the community, but you don't have to do certain things to do good for your community. Basically what I'm saying is you don't have to go out and dog people out, bring attention to yourself, and then just to talk about how you've done good for the community. It just comes off real corny to me. Charleston White, I know, yeah, I'm not into the gangbanging either. But I've seen him dog out dead people, people that die. I think you need to let the dead rest in peace, or however they die. I think you need to let their legacy or all the shortcomings that they had in life, I don't think another man need to speak on it once a person passes, because in my opinion, that person is getting judged by the most. But yeah, YouTube has turned into a shock culture where, you know, people can just go and say some crazy stuff knowing that, you know, like what Charleston White said in his live stream himself, he's not very accessible. So they go and say some wild stuff about people that's dead, knowing they're not accessible. Whether there's some truth involved in that or not, you know, because I know he talks about, oh, we shouldn't be gangbanging and all that, and F this dude that he dead, he should be dead. Like, that's, you say all that, but you won't make yourself accessible for family members to be able to talk to you in a certain type of way. Let me go back to what he was saying. I'm not sharing no clips from this guy's video because I ain't got time for none of these clowns. They're going out tagging people's pages, striking people's pages and stuff like that. So in this video, the reality of what he was saying is that, you know, he think Kwame is cool, but a lot of stuff that's going on that page he don't agree with. I'm saying he probably implying that whole beef was that he shouldn't be giving his time to that. He also talks about he don't like Kwame's manager and the moves they making it, but then in the same time, he's sneaking in little diss words like hoe ass nigga. He was sneaking in a lot of stuff, but then coming back and saying, oh, but me and him cool. It's just real corny, man. And I knew that dude was like that before that. I'm a comedian. I'm telling you, the dude just came off as pretty much a gesture clown to me. I found out about him when I think Kevin Samuels started blowing up, and then he just started talking foul about Kevin Samuels. Now, it ain't like I got any dog in that fight, but he really didn't have an angle. The way he was doing it, you can tell that he was talking about Kevin Samuels just to have Kevin Samuels' name on his page because Kevin Samuels' numbers was going up. And I don't know, man. There's been a lot of weak cocoonery in the black space or whatever you want to call it. A lot of, like, you know, Mr. Skinny going, acting like he's about to piss on Kwame Brown's dead mother's grave, and it wasn't even her grave, all right? Anything for these likes and views. Now, like I said, I understand that Charleston White, he's actually done some stuff in his community, but I don't give a fuck about that either. Because you know why? People use that now for clout too, you know? And I'm just gonna say this in general. I was raised in a time, and even what the good book says is when you do something right for your community, that you're really not supposed to be telling everybody about it. Then you take the blessings away from the Most High that he was gonna give to you to do it. And there's channels I know where people do that. I ain't like that whole Drake video where you got the cameras rolling, watching him going around giving all these people money and stuff like that. Same thing with Nino Brown. I like Nino Brown and a lot of his messages, but it's always cringe for me to see him going around with the camera rolling, him waking up homeless people, throwing money at them. You're not really supposed to do it for that. And I think Charleston White has got to some spot where he's just some activist diva, because he was like, you know, I don't think Kwame's community service is on my level. I don't need him. And I will say this. That is one thing that is right. No, none of us need each other to do good for our community. It's always best if we work together, all right? Like I say over here many times, I'd rather be an asset than an enemy. But you got this right here. You got that whole YouTube thing going on where people want that attention, all right? And they willing to do or say anything for that attention. Charleston White could have easily called Kwame and told him this. He on there called him a whole ass nigga. I don't like him speaking on this and speaking on that. Well, why don't you just call the man? You're not gonna call him because you want them views. And it was real corny because I was watching the stream and he like, look at all y'all in here all nosy on what I got to say about Kwame. Look how you titled the damn video. You titled the video for people to come in there and watch it. Then you got people attention. They ain't throwing jabs out there and stuff like that. One thing I am gonna say is I'm about to get back to covering things I was covering. I'm kind of getting tired of all this gossip stuff, man. It's real draining. It is. I don't care if people want to hear that or not. I'm getting tired of all this gossip. I don't want to be one of those people that you look at most of my videos and it's mostly about gossip. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And I say you look at my videos now, I got a good portion of videos out there that's gossip, close to 400 videos though. I'm gonna say about 300 videos I got on here speaking some knowledge. I've only done a few, I've only spent a little bit of time doing this gossip stuff, but even that's too much for me, all right? Because it gets corny, like how this is. But I'm gonna just leave it like that. It was definitely, it was in the middle between him speaking some reality and a little bit of clout chasing in there, as far as what Charleston White was saying about Kwame. I already knew that just from his persona, what I knew about him before, that wasn't gonna last, because that's what Charleston White does. He really reminded me of Hassan. Only difference is he's done a little bit of work in his community. He's not as bad as Hassan. It seems like he knows how to read, and it seems like he's more than just talking on the couch. And it don't seem like he takes other people's content and steals other people's content. It seems like he just got this whole clown gesture he does where he just be on there talking damn nonsense. But then can go to, oh, well, I actually do something for my neighborhood and for my community. Y'all other niggas, y'all don't really do nothing. And it's like, man, this shit is all corny. To me, it's all corny. But I'm gonna end this the same way I started it, saying, you really don't need anybody. I'm talking to all y'all watching this video. You could do good on your own, all right? You could do stuff for your community on your own. I've done stuff for my community. I put money on books. I went into jails and gave comedy sets and talked to cats in there and tell them how they don't really need to be. I've done all that. You don't see me on my channel talking about it all the time because I don't need to brag to y'all about it. I could go out there and do it on my own. And I think some of y'all can do the same thing. You don't need to record yourself doing something good for somebody, and you don't need to be telling everybody when you're doing something good for them. I'm talking about this is what the good book says. I do get some of y'all cats doing it every now and then to set an example, but most of the time people ain't doing it to set an example. They doing it to either flex or they do it on some clout chasing stuff. And it's become horrible and corny. Well, anyways, y'all know how we like to end our videos over here on Moxy Approved, right? With that water. I see you here next time at Moxy Approved. Go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button for me.